Welcome to the 2025 housing market, where California's dream has turned into a financial nightmare. You've seen the headlines: bidding wars, fixer-uppers listed for $1.5 million. But what if the good times are finally over? You probably feel it every time your fire insurance triples for no reason, or your HOA fines you for having a lawn that's slightly too brown. Some analysts are now projecting something shocking. Home prices in certain high-risk areas could fall by 70 to 80%. That's not a market correction. That's a wealth wipeout, a generational collapse engineered by the same systems that once sold the dream. Today, we're taking a road trip through 10 cities standing right on the edge. So hit that subscribe button like it's an emergency brake. You'll need it to stop yourself from making a $1 million mistake. Number 10. Sacramento. Heading north, you leave Irvine's perfection for the heat and dust of the Central Valley. Sacramento was once the Bay Area's lifeboat during the pandemic, but now that San Francisco is recovering, everyone's heading back, leaving Sacramento adrift. The Sacramento Association of Realtors mid-2025 report shows housing inventory up 46% year over year. That's not a market shift, it's an evacuation. For 3 years, Bay Area tech money distorted everything. Remote workers with big salaries outbid local families, sending prices soaring far beyond what the local economy could support. But with return-to-office mandates in full swing, that money has dried up. Sacramento's boom was never built on its own economy. It was borrowed from San Francisco's. If you bought here in 2023 thinking you were escaping, you didn't buy stability. You were renting someone else's dream. Is this the start of a painful correction, or Sacramento's fall as the first casualty of the failed remote work era? Number 9. Irvine. As you exit the 405, you enter what feels less like a city and more like a spotless movie set. Irvine is the master-planned community, so polished you could eat off the sidewalks. But that obsession with perfection has a cost, and the cracks are showing. Zillow's second quarter 2025 data shows housing inventory up more than 20% year over year. In Irvine, that's unheard of. This is a place where homes are passed down like heirlooms and bidding wars are a sport. Now, those pristine for sale signs are sitting longer on those manicured lawns. The median home price still hovers around $1.5 million, but the hidden costs are where the pain starts. You're not just buying a house, you're buying into a system. Along with property taxes, there are sky-high HOA fees and something called Mello-Roos, a special tax that can add thousands to your yearly bill. It's basically a subscription to live in utopia, and the price keeps climbing. The price-to-income ratio is absurd. The average family would need about 30 years to save for a down payment. Irvine's promise has always been safety and stability, but when living inside the bubble becomes unsustainable, the bubble itself is in danger. Is this paradise still a safe bet, or just the prettiest financial trap in America? Number 8. San Diego. Drive south to the coast and you'll find perfection. Sunshine, beaches, palm trees. San Diego is paradise, at least on the surface. But try to buy a home and you'll see the truth. According to the University of San Diego's Burnham Moores Center, only 10% of households can afford the median-priced home. That means 90% of people who live and work here will never own. The median price for a detached house just hit $1 million, and inventory is climbing as sellers test a market with almost no qualified buyers left. San Diego's economy leans on the military and biotech, both stable until they're not. If a defense contract shifts or a startup collapses, there's nothing else to cushion the blow. The result? A city full of renters paying landlords who bought decades ago. San Diego has become a luxury resort for residents who can't afford to stay overnight. Number 7. Oakland. Cross the Bay Bridge, and you'll find a city once known for its grit and creativity. Oakland was the affordable alternative to San Francisco, until it wasn't. Now, downtown is stuck in what economists call a doom loop. CBRE's mid-2025 report pegs the office vacancy rate at 35%. Entire towers sit empty, draining the city's economy. That decay is spilling into housing. The median home price is still around $900,000, but homes are taking longer to sell, and buyers are wary. Crime rates and safety concerns are driving people away, while property taxes remain among the highest in the Bay Area. Oakland now combines San Francisco prices with shrinking amenities. The city's raw energy has turned into quiet anxiety. Is this a temporary setback? or the collapse of Oakland's promise. Number 6. Riverside. Keep driving east and the air gets hotter and drier. Welcome to Riverside, the Inland Empire's last affordable stronghold, or at least that was the pitch. According to the California Association of Realtors, only 20% of local residents can now afford the median home price. That means 80% are locked out in what was supposed to be California's affordable region. Homes are sitting longer on the market, and price cuts have become routine. The median price remains around $600,000, but buyers are scarce. Riverside's economy relies on two things: logistics and long-distance commuters. The endless warehouses depend on consumer spending, and those commuters are realizing their affordable home comes with a 3-hour round trip and crushing gas prices. The affordability crisis wasn't solved. It was just pushed inland until it hit a wall. Is there anywhere left in Southern California where the middle class can still afford to live? Number 5. Los Angeles. Back on the I-5, the city of dreams stretches endlessly ahead. For the rich, Los Angeles was always the prize. But now, even they're feeling the squeeze. The new mansion tax has frozen the luxury market. According to the Los Angeles County Registrar, sales of homes above $5 million have cratered. Sellers are trapped, unable to unload properties without massive tax losses. Meanwhile, the insurance crisis is spreading. Major insurers have stopped writing policies across much of California. Homeowners are seeing premiums double or triple, or vanish entirely. It's a perfect storm. The state taxes you for leaving, and insurers punish you for staying. The luxury real estate foundation of Los Angeles is cracking fast. If your property tax and insurance both doubled this year, would you sell at a loss or hang on and pray? Number 4. San Jose. Head north into Silicon Valley, where real estate once ran on tech stock options. For years, young engineers turned paper wealth into bidding wars over modest homes. But that machine has broken. Joint venture Silicon Valley reports that tech job losses have continued for over a year, and remote work is eroding the need for local talent. The median home price still sits at $1.7 million, but inventory is rising and fear is spreading. The feeding frenzy is gone. Sellers are realizing their homes were never worth that much. It was the tech boom inflating everything. What happens to San Jose when the industry that built it no longer needs it? Number 3. Palm Springs. Drive east into the Coachella Valley and you hit Palm Springs, a mid-century desert dream that became a pandemic playground for influencers and investors. But the fever has broken. The Palm Springs Regional Association of Realtors says 40% of recent home sales were second homes or investment properties. Now the market is flooded with short-term rentals no one's booking. With travel spending down, those investors holding adjustable-rate mortgages are feeling the burn. Redfin's mid-2025 data shows listings sitting over 60 days on average, a lifetime in a market that once sold out in a weekend. Palm Springs was never a primary housing market. It was a luxury fantasy, and nobody's buying the fantasy anymore. Number 2. Long Beach. Drive south again, and you reach Long Beach, a mix of gritty port town and relaxed beach life. It's always been the more affordable alternative to LA, but that's changing fast. According to the California Regional MLS, the median home price sits near $800,000, but stress is showing. Homes are sitting 30% longer and price reductions are rising. Long Beach's economy is tied directly to Los Angeles and its massive port. With the luxury market frozen and commercial real estate falling, the ripple effects are hitting here. The port itself is vulnerable to global trade slowdowns, and local buyers are disappearing. The city, once known as an affordable beach escape, is caught between being too expensive for locals and no longer cheap enough for outsiders. Number 1. San Francisco. And here we are, the final stop, the heart of the collapse. San Francisco isn't just struggling, it's unraveling. Cushman & Wakefield reports the city's office vacancy rate is nearing 40%. Entire skyscrapers are empty, relics of a tech boom that left town. This has triggered a vicious cycle. Fewer workers mean less tax revenue, leading to cuts in public services and a sharp drop in livability. People who can afford to leave are leaving. The city's population continues to decline. Who's left to pay $1.5 million for a 2-bedroom in a crumbling city? Some independent models from UC Berkeley researchers have explored worst-case scenarios, a municipal crisis triggering a mass exodus that could send home values crashing by 70 to 80%. It's not a forecast, but it's a realistic possibility. Is this the inevitable end for a city that flew too close to the sun, or can San Francisco still pull out of the spiral? So that's our road trip, 10 stops through the wreckage of the California dream. The most expensive thing here isn't the house, it's the exit ramp. You've seen the dune loops, the insurance chaos, and the math that no longer adds up. This isn't just a housing crash, it's the slow death of a promise. Is this the great reset everyone's been waiting for, or just the first domino to fall? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe for more brutally honest road trips.